Anyway. Hello everyone, so today is a bit different vlog from how we're usually doing. So we changed the video location. Now we are in the Romans and the Gorky Flair room in the drainage. So today me and Roman, we're gonna practice our tandem a bit. I'm gonna put just a little part here in the vlog as well. But after that, we're gonna... It's coming. Hi guys. It was super real. Anyway, and then after we're gonna have some proper, let's say, interview talk with Roman, just to talk about a bit about his career, his experience, competitions, or maybe he will also give some nice insights for you guys for the practice sessions as well. And yeah, so let's go.
Eyes on me, system dropping. Eyes on me, baseline talking.
All right. So it's gonna be all in one take, yeah. So
Okay.
no cursing words or anything.
Okay.
So for sure, like if you end up in this profile on the YouTube, you for sure are the ones who is passionate about the Flair, and you already know who is Roman.
Or maybe not.
Well, for those who don't know, Roman, like, can you introduce yourself in 2 words?
Okay, I'm a Flair bartender.
Very good, it's enough, yeah. Yeah, we're like, both of us were doing Flair for like so many years. Roman is, I don't know how many times you're world champion, like 4 or 5
Four, I
times.
count four. No?
4 times
But
world
we did-
champion.
We did like over 200 competitions.
Yeah, so Roman has a great experience in the scene, so this is why I wanted to include him in the vlog, so maybe to share something with us. So Roman, like, how you started this passion about Flair bartending?
This is actually the question they answer the most when they do interviews. So maybe there are more interviews around with this. It's the same question. I always answer the same. I started when I was 16. I was in high school, and I discovered Flair on TV when I was 14, 3 years before. There were some guys from Argentina performing in a really famous TV show called Video Match. And I saw for the first time Rafa Arce, Cristian Cordova, and I don't remember who else, Mateo Supan, I think. And they did a great show, it was amazing. And after that, I was like interested. I wanted like to do something like that, but I was in the gaming industry, super like concentrated on that, playing like almost professional. And one of my friends in the gaming industry, 2 years later, he quit the team we were playing Counter-Strike. And this guy came to the cyber cafe. It was the cyber cafes in the 2000s when I was like 10. And this guy showed me one move. He had the shakers on the backpack. He took it off, and with a small mini shaker, he did the over the shoulder and the snatch.
Yes, okay.
The nest, not the snatch, like that. 1.5 pin nest. And I was like, oh, what is this? Oh my god, you need to teach me this. And he was like, hey, I'm not gaming anymore, I'm now in bartending, you can come to the school. And there was another guy, friend of him, also in the same team, let's say, the bartending team. So I followed him in my city in Rosario, Argentina, and I started to learn the bartending base as well as the Flair base in the same day. It was the 1st of January of 2008.
Oh, okay, nice.
First.
And they had like some bar school where they've been training all together?
I don't think that school exists anymore, but this guy, Seba, he was my first teacher. He had a huge team, not team, like students, and they work with him too. And it was a really good community, so you have a lot of people training there and hanging out, speaking about bartending also, so it was a really nice experience for me. And I've been with them like for over 1.5 years, something like that.
Okay, and all this 1.5 year you've been like kinda someone been teaching you the basics and everything, or you already like after for a while you already started to do it yourself, learn something yourself?
Actually, this guy Seva, he was working with. He was really good on the service, and he did some Flair. He was also Flair attendant. He performed shows and also fire shows, and he taught me the really base, like one object, two objects, the beginning of 3 bottles, and I was training anyways with another 20 guys there, like not at the same time.
Big community.
Not at the same time because the floor was super small.
Yeah.
There was room only for like 3 or 4 people at the same time. But anyways, some days I sing, I don't know, Gustavo, one of my friends. The other day Gaston, another guy. The other day Matias, and each one of them have a different level, like semi-pro, pro. Raúl also, he was more like pro level. And they were like teaching me what they knew.
It's nice. So you had a pretty big community of the people who in each of them like been teaching each of you.
I was like the small brother. Like I was 16, so everyone saw that I was interested in Flair, so they wanted me to teach. They were older than me, like 18 or 19, and they tried to teach me some moves just because they saw I was passionate about this.
Great.
So I absorbed from many people, and of course in the creative process, I think in that year it was like 0 because it was more like learning what I could.
No, of course, absolutely. I always tell to the guys like usually when you're starting the Flair, like first 2 years, like if you're really consistent and practicing a lot, it's mostly like accumulating all the basics on the knowledge what is having, you know, because anyway to create something yours. You need to experience in the time, you know, maybe also start making the competition and travel around to see it.
Like taking like in a professional way, I guess, because if the base are so many, this is the thing. It's not like only the people think sometimes that learning behind the bar, shadow pass, and is enough. But really, if you want to create moves, I think you need huge spectrum of moves and techniques to do that normally to be really creative. And this is what happened to me after 1.5 years after. After 1 year I did my first competition. I finished high school because I was going to the school still.
Okay.
So I finished high school in November, and in December I had my first competition.
How old you been?
I was 17.
Okay.
So yeah, when I started 16, but at the end of the year I was 17.
And how it went, the first competition experience?
It was great because we have 500 people watching.
Okay, nice.
So it wasn't
big crowd. It wasn't in Rosario?
40 minutes from Rosario. It's Carcaraña. It's like a small city. And this guy, Juan Pizaconi, he was organizing the competition. It was like a really well-known competition. People like Danilo Ibe, Rodrigo Cao were competing there.
Okay.
The year before. And in this, it was the 3rd edition. So in the 2nd edition, they have these legends. In the 3rd edition, I went there for the first time, and the guy who became later my teacher was there, and he won the competition in professional category. Then you have semi-pro.
Yeah, you've been in semi-pro?
No, amateur. And then you have amateur. So
okay.
You have amateur, semi-pro, and pro.
Okay.
In semi-pro, I met Maxi Guma and Damian Rodriguez.
Okay.
They were really good in that moment. They were 18 or something, but they prodigious. And they were on fire. They were like really doing a good job on the stage. Maxi Guma won the amateur category.
Okay.
I think the other guy, Dami, was already on semi-pro because he had more like technique, more like more extreme. Okay. And my experience was good, but I was of course in a really low level still, even after 1 year. So I was only tin and bottle, and not so fluent. But I really enjoyed with the people, and the moves that I prepared, I landed good. Of course, the result it was like we were like 11 people, I got 9 places.
Okay.
So it was just the first exposure, let's say.
Okay, and I'm curious now, like, for the guys who are like trying to start competing, like first competition, yes, what you learned for you after the first competition, so maybe it can help them, like maybe you have some advice or something, like before first competition they ever do, you know, like what they can expect.
What you learn is how you feel on the stage, because normally by then I was performing some like small shows, but nothing compared to the atmosphere and the adrenaline you feel on the stage normally.
Exactly.
And it's so similar than the one we have now actually, but we manage in a different way. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like my first competition was like, okay, I want to do this.
So you say stress what you had on the first competition is the same kind of stress what you're having still now, but you're just like managing it different. Because people may think, have an idea what after you already competed, you know, 50, 100, 200 competitions, you have less stress.
You still have this stress that we call is more like the possibility of making mistakes give you some pressure, because it's always there. I think performers like, I don't know, dancers or musicians, they have less chances to do mistakes than to make mistakes than us, because we are throwing literally things on the air and we are working with glass also. So I think anything can interfere and give you, I mean, put you out of your zone, your concentration zone, if you want to call it that way. And it can be anything. It can be an insect. It can be one person passing. It can be that, I don't know, you did a spill. For example, you spill and then the bottle came. It's wet now. And, you know, many things. And the air, if you don't know how to breathe or how you feel on the stage, how the people react. Also, even if as an artist it shouldn't affect you, sometimes it does. I mean. And yeah, I mean, many factors. What for me was like, okay, I want to do this. After my first competition, I decided to do it like professionally, and I started to dream about Flair a lot. And my dream was like to compete in Europe, to compete in United States, in Asia, and in big stage with people, you know, and make a living with Flair also. Things that I did, luckily. And the next step for me was to do another competition. My second competition, I met this guy. He was the organizer. He was the guy who won the first competition I did in pro category. His name is Norberto Cabezas, Beto, and he became my trainer. Like,
Can we go to eat, please?
Yes, we are coming.
See the bags.
Okay, I'm coming.
This I'll got.
And so this guy Beto became my teacher. He offered me, actually, he saw me his competition. I won it in amateur category, and everyone was like, why you're not competing in semi-pro, you're really good, and this and that. Because in these 5 months different between the first one and the second, I was training every day like 12 hours, not doing anything else. I finished the school, so I was like free. 7/7, maybe one day to be free, but
also I believe after the first competition you had a more clear idea what you need to improve, what you need to practice.
And
it's
course.
Also like big push and motivation.
And everything was like more natural, like automatic pilot, the moves that I learned before. And the routine was more like semi-pro, yes, the people were right in the moment. I met Sebastian Alderete there, he was competing pro. Damian Rodriguez, he won the semi-pro, and it was great. He was amazing. I remember he was on fire, and then they have a head-to-head, and he won it too. So he was like, he had like 3 trophies in the competition. I remember. And after that, my this guy Beto, he contacted me on MSN. You know MSN?
No.
Messenger, like this messenger that you can use this only on your computer.
No,
you don't know that one.
I didn't know this one.
Okay. He contacted me there and over MSN, and he asked me if I wanted to join his team. The name was Flair 1. Now we're in for Flair. This was Flair 1. And he was training different people, and they were in a really good level. He was so technical and a really good teacher, a really good one, like nerd about Flair. And he taught me 2 objects, but from scratch. So every mistake I have, I remember I had to do it again. So for example, I don't know, I used to do the over the shoulder like this, you know. He told me, no, okay, you need to use the lines, you need to put the can in this way, you need to go in this way.
It was hard, I believe, to really teach
It
you.
was so hard.
This is the thing.
I was also, I don't know, the behind the back I was doing like, you know, going not natural.
Mhm.
And he explained me exactly everything.
That's
and
also a very important thing, like what you learn, like to do it like in the right way. Because I remember so many times when I've been doing the master classes, I saw some of the guys making like already being on a good level, but technically like maybe one move or two moves they've been doing wrong, like which actually like not only they've been putting themselves in danger, it's also would hurt them in the long term. You know, because
Yeah, yeah, of
anyway,
course.
Flair, what we are doing with movements with body is not natural for our body.
Yeah,
you know, for the
exactly. You
human.
can have tendinitis,
And
you
the
can
way
have
to
many
reteach them is taking so much and like it's so hard.
For
so
me, it was a nightmare. I remember Beto, he was working a bar also. He was making a living with the Flair and also with the bar. And when he got me in his house, sleeping there, and he got a Flair room, I was training there with him, but only 1 hour, 2 hours maximum. And then he went to his shift, and my goal, I mean, what he asked me to do, of course, was to train the amount of time he was working in the bar, so 8
Okay.
hours,
nice.
and doing again every move, the shadow pass, this, and it was a nightmare, but great at the same time. And another thing is this city where he lived was 8 hours by bus from my city,
Okay.
and I was going there every week for 3 months.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so I was working, getting the money, and with that money paying the bus to go to his house and come back to work in the bar. So I was working doing shows in a bar in my city, 3 days, and then 4 days training with him and
Nice.
with the guys. And then the good thing is after that we went to some semi-pro competitions in the south of Argentina all together as a team. So it was amazing. I mean, really good times. And after that.
No pressure. You can enter here. You know what my vlogs are no cut at all. So everything what you say or do is gonna enter.
It's gonna be the look.
Think about this.
If it's not cold, I will kill you.
It's gonna enter.
Okay,
We're coming.
We're going. And so yeah, after that, I continued to push myself even harder with the multi-objects. I started with multi-objects.
So you basically like for very long time you've been still like staying in Argentina, competing around, maybe on South America, but then you've been time to time coming to Europe. But when you moved completely to Europe and where and what was like how your career changed after that?
Okay, so we were speaking about when I was 18. Then when I was 19, I started to compete also in Uruguay and Chile. When I was 20, I started to win a lot of competition in Argentina and getting a better level. 21, I qualified second in the Latin American final and I went to World Cup for the first time.
Okay.
2012 was like my year, in Argentina. It was the first year that it was great for me, and I won like 10 competitions in a row. Also the Latin American final, the Tula, and I qualified to London.
Okay.
And I started to do some podiums in Europe too, so it was like massive for me. And in 2013, I decided to move. I've been to Vienna for like 6 months. Then I came back to Argentina, and then I moved at the end of 2014. I decided to move, and in 2015 we moved with Alex, my friend.
Yes.
We moved to Italy. Yeah.
Okay, and how your career you went after that?
I mean, I was in a really good level by then. It was I was my 7th year of career, but I never won in Europe before, so I was like.
Was it the level of the Flair in Europe much higher than the one which was in South
No.
America?
It was. There were more people, more good people
In Europe.
in Europe. Yeah,
Okay.
like more. But if you speak about the level, yeah, okay, you have of course the top 6 in that moment, the top 10 was massive. Yeah, so yeah, you have more level, but in South America it was hard as fuck. Also, it was super hard the level.
What do you mean? Because you have been a lot of competitors, or like
No, because of the level of these competitors, especially from Peru, from Uruguay, the same in Argentina, you have at least 20, 25 people who are in a really extreme level.
Okay.
And going to Europe was like similar in that case.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Then it was like good kind of practice session before going.
Yeah.
to
That's why in 2015 I started winning some small comps in Europe also too, and yeah, and then 2016 and 17 were like better years for me, and then okay, my career let's say went up. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now, how is your life now? What are your plans for the future?
To continue to Flair as much as I can, because I still love it a lot, like when I started, and to continue to do as much as I can with Flair. My favorite part of Flairing is performing and creating moves. So, but I teach I love teaching also and collaborating with brands, doing some influencer career too. Why not? I mean, it's everything together. Yeah.
Okay, and I have one a bit sad question for us because like the reason why I started to do these vlogs as well, like basically in my mind I had like I love Flair world and so on, yes, but unfortunately the things that I learned like and the experience I would love to give, it's not like that easy for me to give it to a lot of people that say that, I cannot do that much master classes or not a lot of people can afford these master classes. So kinda I do these vlogs for me, I like to do this, I like to share my experience and maybe some people can learn something from it. But I also know what, I mean like, okay, if I'm gonna continue compete and so on, I'm thinking like, okay, how much left for me? Maybe another 2 years of competing, 3 years of competing.
We don't know, actually.
That's why one of the reasons why I wanted to like start to do like this vlog to maybe like share something, to leave something after me. So the question, how about you? How long do you think you can still do it? How many years of the play?
I don't know. I should be out already. I'm almost 35, guys, and I started when I was 16, so it's 18 years I'm doing this. It's 18. 18. So.
Also, you will not to do it anymore if you will not to come.
I will put it in. I don't care.
And yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, I take care about my body a lot, like you do too. And the good thing,
I don't.
we have access to a lot of information now. We support each other also, yeah, especially between people who do it professionally. And I hope for long, yeah. In this moment, I can imagine my life without Flair, to be honest. But of course, the future can bring different stuff.
Exactly. Let's see what the future will mean.
But I don't feel like retiring now, to be honest. I mean, if my body's still okay, I will do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great, brother. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Let's go to eat.
Let's go to eat before the killers.